Today on the channel, we're headed to the ocean. Beautiful this time of year for Aqualad DC Page Punchers McFarlane Toys.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another DC Page Punchers unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got the Aqualad. Yes, Aqualad. But for all your Aqualad needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10% on all in-stock items. Anything over $79 does ship free. Got to get a deal out there. And Aqualad comes to us via Walmart deep clearance. Yes, reset season upon us as we're filming this. And this went to a deep clearance at one of the country Walmarts I was traveling to on my way to Chicago. Was going to pass on it, and then I came back. It was something like $8.99 or something like that. I said, $8.99, that's all right. Get a comic book in here. Can find out what the lads are up to. The Aqualad is up to here today. But of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's see what's going on with the Aqualad. And we got two lads on the couch today. We got Mark Summers and Todd McFarlane. Good to see them both. And Todd, how are you today? Oh, Todd said he's really, really good because he has his best lad right next to him on the couch in Mark Summers. So Todd, you're telling me that you're Aquaman and Mark Summers is your Aqualad? Ah, yes. And Mark Summers nodding his head in agreement. So there you go. It's good to see them two getting along there. Comic book inside, 12 and up. Mark, tell those kids where they can go. You tell them offline. Of course, Aqualad down here, DC, big bubble window, of course. Aquaman on the side, of course, Aqualad, I should say, on the side. Page punchers, that means you get a comic book. And then on the back, there's a little of that comic book, a little glamour shot, a little of this, a little of that. Not a whole lot of the other. Forgot to cut it ahead of time here, so we're going to do it right now, real time. See what this Aqualad is up to here. And not really familiar with the Aqualad because, you know, there was always, everybody had a little one. You had, you know, Robin next to Batman. You had Superboy. You had all that kind of stuff. You know, you had all that. See you later. You had Joker Jr. I'm sure he was out there just playing jokes on everybody all the time. What do we got going on here? We got tape. Oh no, the Cambodian cannibal tape strikes again. It's all over the place. But we do got a little card right here, but I'm going to have to cut it open. This card is wrapped up in like some cellophane, and you know what this reminds me of? Back in the day when you get cereal, and there'd be like a card inside the cereal. Oh, simpler times, of course, as we all remember, but that's what it was like. It would be in there, it would be all like frosted over, because you'd have, you know, cereal residue all over the card. Those were the days. See you later. What are we doing with tape? That Cambodian tape, watch out, bam. What if I would have thrown it and it hit the screen and just taped onto the screen? That would have been something. Aqualad, just looking like a free guy. Just loving the ocean and everything around it. Real name, Kaladur Aham. Adoptive name, Jackson Hyde. Well, that's a little easier for me to pronounce for sure. A natural-born leader and level-headed team player, Kaladur Aham is an Atlantean, human hybrid who possesses the power of control and form water into solid constructs. Pulled between not only the worlds of land and sea, but between those of good and evil itself, Kaladur, or Jackson Hyde, as he's known by his adoptive human parents, has striven to make sure his legacy does not define him. Don't know what any of that means, in all honesty. It's just, I don't know. Sounds very convoluted, if you ask me. DC McFarlane stand, well, guess what? We've seen it once. We're going to see it again, and again, and again, like a young Paul McCartney off the Back to the Egg Wings album. See you later, goodbye. One of the greatest Paul McCartney albums of all time. Very underrated. If you're not down with the Back to the Egg, man, what are you waiting for? Definitely worth a listen. I believe it was the last Wings album. Of course, Paul was arrested in Japan at the time. See you later, goodbye. And that was all she wrote for Wings. He moved on and said, it's time for McCartney 2, and I'm going to put out a banger called Temporary Secretary, and I'm going to change the world. Maybe not. Who knows? But there's Aqualad comic book. Don't got time for it now, but we'll look at it later, I guess, is what we'll do. And then we get the lad, the Aqualad, ready to go. Like he's just jumping out of the ocean. I don't know. I don't know what he's up to, but he's running hard, fast, and free like a young Rio and like a young Mark Summers. Mark, you liked some time in the ocean, right? Oh, yeah, only if somebody double dares you. Oh, see what I did there? See what I did there? I get it. But good to have you here, Mark, as usual. Don't let Todd keep you down. Todd's a good guy. Todd's a good guy, too. They're both good guys. Two crown jewels on the couch today. But there it is. And there it is. Mark, where's that one girl assistant that was on Double Dare back in the day? What was her name? I always liked her. She reminded me of the lady that worked at my Toys R Us. Was it Lisa? Was that her name? Does anybody remember that? See you later, goodbye. I think it might have been Elisa, maybe. I don't know. But she helped out with some of that kind of stuff. Did some of that interviewing sometimes with the kids. Double Dare, taking that physical challenge every single day. But here we go. Let's get down to business here. The first thing I see is these two weapons. It's almost like a water knife or sword. It's almost like it was made out of water, which is an interesting turn of events. Very clear, translucent plastic. You know I love that. Red handles here. So an interesting weapon, one we haven't seen in the past. So on brand, sure, why not? And then what do we got going on here? Thought we had more weapons. He's got a little backpack here, but nothing happens, nothing comes out of there. So that's a little strange. Basically, it looks like those. So are these supposed to come out of his back? I don't know what we're doing. Todd, do you have any idea? Todd shrugged his shoulders. He doesn't know. Check with your designers, Todd. You got a phone, text them. Get off that iPad. Who knows? Who knows? But we do got him here. Somebody gives me this head, never in 10 million years would I say, oh, that's Aqualad. No idea. No idea who that is. Got very interesting highlights in blonde. When's he find time to put the highlights in his hair? We'll never know. Almost looks like a Maximum Male model. Shout out to that team back in the day. But definitely looking a little too much like a model and not enough like a hero is what he's looking like if you ask me. Definitely an interesting look to him here. Now, he does got a little Aquaman feel to him with that orange over the top. Then you get a little black down here. You got the fins on the leg, of course, bringing it back to the Aquaman. I got a little belt going on there with the A logo. And like I said, you got that backpack there that doesn't really do anything. It's just there for show. And has he got war paint on his arms? What is that? I'm not exactly sure, but it's teal. Definitely looks different against the black skin there for sure. Arms going all the way around for us, even a little bit of butterfly action. Bicep cut, double jointed, non-pinless elbows. Let's work on it, Todd. Hands back and forth, side to side. Hula hoop. A little bit of traditional waist down there. You got those big Aqualad splits. Man, he's splitting for anybody, if you know what I mean. Legs go up, double jointed knees, of course. Ankles up and down, side to side. And then you got that Mark Summers toe articulation. I know, Todd McFarlane. I'm just joking, Todd. Jeez, Todd gets all worked up about that. But it is the toe McFarlane articulation. There it is. The toe McFarlane. There he is. Very good. Very good looking figure for what it is, especially under $10. It's even better. Man, for $20-some though, I don't see the value in this one. Sorry, Todd. Just don't see it. But I'm going to add him to the DC shelf as we build out the whole entire DC universe one video at a time, it seems like here, especially over on Kyle Peterson 2.0. We're the home where DC lives, or something like that, or at least where Mark Summers and Todd McFarlane live on the couch. But there it is, old Aqualad. Any thoughts here? Anything out of the peanut gallery from you? Wasn't Aqualad white at one time? Am I dreaming that? I felt like he was that way in the 80s. Maybe he's one of those guys, they switched the gender and switched everything on it. I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments down below, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. And of course, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bells. We got videos every single day. And then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over on Patreon, including early access to all the YouTube channel videos. Always the best place to support this YouTube channel. You can also support the channel at PreslingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget to hit me up on social media. SirPaul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for Aqualad, I'm Aqua Kyle. That's Todd McFarlane. And that's Mark Summers. And we'll see you guys all real soon.